everybody up. Obviously an exciting game. We felt like Hawaii was an awfully talented football team coming in. They did us a little bit what they did to Fresno State in the fourth quarter. And, thank goodness we got the win. We, I don't know. Games are funny that way. Maybe it didn't need to be that interesting. Maybe it did. It was a hell of a football game. So glad the right team won, and proud of our guys and our guys. These two and a whole bunch of others, and our assistant coaches did a nice job. And I'm fired up. Okay, go ahead.
Early in this game, Coach, on the offensive line, it just seemed like they were really getting some good penetration early in the game.
They were, yes.
Adjustments that you made?
You talking about our offensive line, right?
Yeah, your offensive line.
Adjustments we made?
Yes.
You can be a little more explicit for me.
You had some better success in the second half, keeping them out of the backfield and opening up the running game.
Yeah, well, they pressured a little more in the first half, so they had some people in the backfield a little bit, and we hurt them on it. So they got out of it a little bit. I thought Tom did a really nice job of changing some things they were doing with the safeties at halftime. Tom Kalmeyer, that is, did some really nice things in the second half, changing what their safeties were doing a little bit. Gave us a little different pressure. They started bringing two to our back, which I don't think they had in their game plan initially, which was good. And they made some plays too. We were making the plays in the first half. They made some in the second half. So it was good. Good by them.
When they take the lead by one, you guys are coming back out on the field after having a couple of drives that didn't go anywhere. I guess what was the feeling right at that time as you were trying to get at least within field goal range?
Pretty much was urgency. I mean, we know we have good things that we can go to in those situations. It's a situation we practice, so we were all pretty confident stepping onto the field out there as a team. That's a drill we practice every day at the end of practice, going down and needing a field goal to win or a touchdown to win. So we were all pretty confident stepping on the field.
Did you think that once you had hit Micah initially that was pretty much it? Like getting down to the 10, you guys had accomplished your goal, and then how do you overcome that when after the is taken away? Well,
the pass on Micah would have been big. It was big. It felt big. Getting down in there real close like that makes it a lot easier for Nolan and to get a field goal in. But we still when they overturned it, it was still pretty. We were still within range and just wanted to be smart with the ball and give Nolan a chance, and he came through for us.
Nolan taking through the kick and the celebration.
So I didn't even know how far it was. I just went on the field and kicked it. I had faith in my holder, my line, and my snapper. They've been good all week, all season, all career. Great blocking up front, great hold by Caleb. I hit it. I thought I pushed it right originally. Looked again, it was right down the middle. I didn't know what to do. Never hit a game winner before, so I just ran towards my team, and they came and found me too. So.
Big game on all the skill positions today. Quarterback, running back, Marcus Sullivan, huge game with 11 catches. Devontae Davis, that hit, in the first half, it really looked pretty debilitating. Everyone thought it was a knee at first. Deep thigh bruise?
Lower leg.
Nolan, jumping back to the content, Hawaii calls the timeout right before. This is something that kickers, I think, debate a lot. Do you like having the extra time in that situation? Do you care at all? What did you think when you suddenly have 30 more seconds?
I thought Coach Hout called it originally because I love the timeout. It gives me 30 more seconds to warm up, gives me 30 more seconds to look at everything, gives me more time to evaluate everything, and instead of just rushing on there and kicking it. But a good case of that's Cundiff a couple of years ago in the playoffs. I love having an extra time to just load up and get ready to go again.
Go ahead, Devontae. You want more than the injury on that?
Sure, absolutely.
Okay, he had a good game, obviously. They did some things where at times they bracketed him. He hurt him a bit in the first half. Second half, I don't know if you had your eyes on him a little bit. They were they were showing man free and then running the safety over to his side. They did some good things to try to take him away, but yeah, and he should be okay, obviously.
Caleb, what happened to you?
I couldn't tell you exactly, but I know it. A couple guys came down on top of me after the throw, and my helmet slipped up just enough for it to get under some blows to get underneath it. But hey, it happens. It's football. You got to get back out there and play.
And it was just the bandages from a cut that like the guys falling on your face had created. Or?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what happened. I think the first guy in kind of took my helmet off a little bit, and the next guy in just fell on top of it with his face mask and kind of cut it up pretty good, but it's all right.
Did you feel like it impaired you at all the rest of the way?
No, it wasn't that big of a deal. There's probably more blood, that people saw that made it look a little worse, but it wasn't that big of a deal.
6-year-old.
Coach, with the way that Hawaii came back on you guys late, what did you learn, and what going forward about your team? What are you going to stress?
Well, a couple of things. We had a lot of chances in that game to make plays on both sides of the ball and in the kicking game. So all three facets where we didn't. I mean, we had opportunities to make plays and didn't do it. And then, the one thing we do take from the game, though, is we're a united football team that knows how to win games. And this is, for these guys, for these guys have been here. Him for 5, him for 4. I mean, it's taken 4 years to kind of put together, and very proud of them.
Caleb, this isn't the first time you've been in this situation. What's going through your mind when you lead the game when you drive?
I'm just not really thinking about the end result too much. Just thinking about executing the next play to the best that we can. Because we have the guys to get it done, to get a drive going. We have a system that we all execute well when we're clicking, and pretty much not thinking about the end result, just going out and executing every play when it's called, and just trying to do the things you need, knowing the situation. I mean, it's something that we preach and we talk about all the time, knowing the situation, how many timeouts we have, or down and distance, things like that. Just the more you know, the more confident you are going into those situations.
Nolan, can you prepare and practice for a game-winning kick?
I think we do. We put, about weekly, we put me through, or the team through exercises where we go through heavy rush, and we go through game-winning kicks, and we go through fire calls, and we go through everything just for that moment when it comes down to it and you have to hit a game winner. So, I mean, we go through pressure kicks every day.
Bobby, you guys have that 19-point lead there. Do you feel, I guess just what do you think was the main key in them coming back? Do you feel like your defense backed off too much?
No, we blitzed, and we played coverage about half the time. We bluffed, we pressured, we didn't make plays. I mean, we had the ball in our hands several times, right there. On the play that they scored to go ahead of us, he shouldn't throw the ball there. We can't be in a better call for what they did. And their guy he's a good player now, but he made a play that's, I mean, if he threw that in practice, his coaches would be all over him. So, sometimes it's the Jimmys versus the Joes, and their guy won on that play. And we got to make that play.
Bobby, early in the game, the field goals, you made the decision to go for it on 4th down a couple of times. Thought process there.
It was aggressive. I don't like, don't necessarily like field goal inside the 2. I just don't. No one likes a coward. No one likes an idiot either. So after the second one, we kind of pulled off that. But we're going to be aggressive now. Had I known, obviously, but we were moving the ball well down the field and felt good. It was mentioned before that we'd run the ball. You actually mentioned that we'd run it decently, and I just felt good about our chances. And in our staff meeting this afternoon, we had talked about those. We go through all those. He talks about practice. We go through all those situations in our staff meeting, and we felt we got what we expected, and we felt good about it. And I probably should have kicked it, but it's easy to say in the end. And then, I mean, we had the first field goal that he kicked. It was 4th and 1, and we kicked it, and there were many they probably thought we should go for that one. So should kick it.
Actually, on that same play, I know the fumble kind of near the goal line. It seems like a play that if you guys don't come back and win, that's probably going to eat at you. But what do you think about it? After a win, when you're able to kind of look back at the pluses and minuses.
You're fortunate to come out on the good side at the end. Like you said, yeah, that was a huge play there down in on the goal line to try to score and punch it in for 7. But yeah, that's just something that just can't happen. It's a play we execute, flawlessly during practice on a daily basis, and for whatever reason we just didn't execute it. So it's something we got to fix. And now looking back on it, since we do have the win, looking back on it, we have to keep that in our minds that we have to take care of the little details to execute. And, you never know when a game like this is on the wire. Every point's valuable.
Cornette had 166 on the ground. He's had a couple big games in a row. How important has he been to the team's success recently?
When you can run the ball, it's a big deal. And tonight, sometimes guys, running backs any sport, you see golf, shooting, and basketball, guys hitting streaks, it's kind of streaky. And when they're seeing things it's fun to watch. And for whatever reason tonight, he had real clarity. The game was slowed down for him. He had very few runs, I think, when we watch the film tomorrow, that we'll say that he missed it at all. It was a good night. He was seeing things very, very well. And when a guy gets 166 and you rush for 194, the offensive line's doing a pretty damn good job.
Coach, why not run the ball a little bit more when you're up by 19 or by 13? To keep the clock moving a little bit.
Well, those are good hindsight questions. Obviously, if we'd run it every down and been in this situation, you would ask me why I got conservative. So we just run our offense. That's what we do.
4-game winning streak now. You're going on the road for 2 real tough games, Fresno State.
Yeah.
And how big is this for your team now? This winning mentality and winning atmosphere is created.
Well, for the kids in our uniforms here, this is a little bit of new territory, but we're going to enjoy the heck out of it. Every time you win a game, the next one gets bigger. When they go in the W or the L column, if they go in the W column, then the next week gets huge. And obviously, going on the road for the next couple of weeks, we're obviously solely focused on Fresno, and that's shaping up to be a big game there. And they're awfully good, obviously.
Caleb, did you say that no one kind of ran away from you? You didn't get a chance to hug him?
Yeah, kickers get excited sometimes when things like that happen. He's pretty fast now.
Couldn't catch the kicker. Huh?
Yeah, couldn't. He turned on the Jets and he was excited, and I was excited for him. But yeah, it's good to celebrate. That's one of the most exciting things you'll ever experience as a college athlete is a game winner like that with one of your teammates that you've been with for a long time. But yeah, couldn't catch him.
I thought you'd be faster for all Mount West Holder.
Kind of symbolic in a way that a lower kid like Nolan gives you your first 4-game winning streak, in forever.
Yeah, 30 years, huh? Nobody on our team was born the last time UNLV football did this. So, in fact, none of them they're all 10 years from being born. So, really cool. We love our local guys. Caleb's darn near local. He's just over the hill. And, it's great to see our Green Valley Flash, who's kicking here, but, 5 minutes from his high school, hit a game winner. And, just a neat deal. Fired up for him. It's everybody on that field goal team, starting with the snapper and the holder here. There's obviously immense pressure on that, and they were money in the bank there. That was the best kick in the night with the most pressure on it. So good snap, good hold, great kick.
Okay.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.